Have you heard of the 4% rule when it comes to figuring out how you'll live in retirement or that time that you reach financial freedom? In this video, I'll be explaining what the 4% rule is, and at the end of the video, I'll be sharing a workaround to the 4% rule that makes it even better. Hi, I'm Camille Gaines, founder of FinancialWoman.com and author of Earn, Grow, Give. I'm a financial coach for women, and I want to share with you about the 4% rule because it's super important to have a good feel for knowing how much money you'll need when you reach that financial freedom day. Many people call it retirement. You know what's right for you, what works for you. It's based on how old you are and when this will happen and what your lifestyle is going to be like when it does happen. So the 4% rule simply means that during financial freedom, retirement, you withdraw 4% of the amount that's in your retirement or savings account. Now, where did the 4% rule come from? Well, in 1994, a guy named William Bingen did an extensive study. He was a financial advisor, and he did this enormous study with an emphasis on the big, bad bear markets in the 1930s and again in the 1970s to see if people their retirement money would last if they withdrew 4% a year for X number of years. And sure enough, it worked. He found that the conclusion of the study that showed that never in history had a 4% annual withdrawal depleted a retirement account portfolio completely in a period less than 33 years. Okay, so the good news is that the research included really bad bear markets. You know, it didn't just consider the good times, right? It looked at the bad times too. So that's comforting for investors, I think. What's happened since we had those nasty bear markets in the early 2000s and again mid-late 2000s, well, a lot of people are questioning the validity of this 4% annual withdrawal rate. Not only that, people are living longer. And so if you retired at age 65 and the study went 33 years into the future, well, you're late 90s, but still with extended lives due to medical care and different living styles, you know, you want to make sure your money's going to outlive you, right? Instead of the other way around. So a lot of people have questioned the 4% rule, and a lot of studies and sort of, you know, changes to it have been done. And so there are things that you can do the great news is to change that 4% rule and enhance that 4% rule, because who wants to spend their whole life saving and working, and then in their golden years, well, if they live really frugally, their money will last long enough, and that didn't work for us. So we looked at alternatives to that 4% rule, and we started doing this in our 40s. And so what we did, and this is the punch that I wanted to share with you, the kicker, the little breakthrough or workaround for the 4% rule to make it better, because it really doesn't sound that great, right? So what we did is we looked at alternative income streams that we could create starting in our 40s. My husband was in his 50s, early 50s, that would enhance this 4% rule eventually when we get there to where we are withdrawing 4%. And so let me give you an example. Rental real estate. So if you look at rental real estate, it's very, very doable that you can get a 10% return on rental real estate. And that's even with financing. That's not with putting all of your capital into it. So if you can earn 10% on an investment, well, you know, compare that to a 4% withdrawal. So we're sort of comparing apples and oranges, but I'm trying to get you to think big picture on what the return that you can get from your money. There are other examples of income, such as consulting income, that requires absolutely no capital at all, and you can earn very, very decent income from consulting income, which is ideal for people that are midlife to later in life or after retirement, because you know, we learn as we get older, right? So you see the gray hair. We learn about things, and we're able to teach and share with others what we've learned over the years on a consulting basis. That's a 100% ROI, because there's literally no cost involved. If you haven't seen my other video that I did on that, on how to start a small consulting business in midlife, late midlife, then please be sure to watch that. So what I want to share with you in summary is the 4% rule means that you save your whole life and then you withdraw 4% after you retire of your investment account. You would be withdrawing 4% to live on, and of course you would have other investments income, such as hopefully Social Security and anything else that you might happen to have. You might have some dividend income from bonds, or some interest income from bonds, or dividend income from stocks. But as we've seen, gosh, they've just been so low for so long now. So can you count on that? So the 4% rule is saying you're going to take 4% out of your investment account to live on during retirement or financial freedom. And what I'm saying is, yeah, but what about creating some income streams that can enhance that so that you can enjoy life a little bit more and, you know, open some new doors as you approach retirement, so that you've laid the foundation for some nice income streams in addition to that 4% withdrawal, if you choose to do that, if and when you need to. That's what I wanted to share in this video. If you found it helpful, I'd love it if you would like the video and be sure to subscribe to my channel.